Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the second episode of the 10-part series of Purchase Process. In the first episode, we introduced the purchase process. Today, we are going to look at the first step, which is need recognition. Need recognition is the start to the purchase process, and that's a very critical step. Throughout my career so far, what I have witnessed and experienced is that this step is given the least importance by people, whereas it is the foundation of the purchasing process. Let's review this process together. In an organization, a requirement for material service needs to be officially communicated to the purchase department. Now, this needs to be done in the form of a purchase requisition. Before we move forward, let's review exactly what a purchase requisition is. We take guide from the definition provided by APICS. APICS defines purchase requisition as an authorization to the purchasing department to purchase specified materials in specified quantities within a specified time. This definition provides us a very clear guideline of what needs to go into the purchase requisition. But before we go and look at that, we need to first understand who is responsible to raise a purchase requisition. What I have experienced is that there's always a tussle between people that who is responsible for raising a certain type of purchase requisition. What I will give today is a certain guideline just to help you out, but it can vary to organization. So the best way for an organization is to define the responsibilities of raising a purchase requisition for a certain type of material or service in their standard operating procedures or the purchase policy. So let's look at some examples for responsibilities of raising purchase requisition. When it comes to raising requisition for raw material or packaging material, the responsibility lies with the material planning team. For operations supplies, consumables, and spare parts, the responsibility lies with operations or maintenance department. For general supplies, services, equipment, and similar type of items, the responsibility is with the user department. In the case the material to be procured is classified as a capital expenditure, then ideally a finance approval is also mandated along with the purchase requisition. Now coming back to what is needed or what should be included in a purchase requisition. What information needs to be transmitted to the purchasing department for them to initiate their actions. Let's look at that. The information that needs to be available on the purchase requisition is it should have the details of the originator, the approval, and the cost center assignment. It should have the specification for the material or service needed. It should have the required quantity and the unit of measure, the required delivery date, and where the delivery is needed, the location. It can also have, and in my opinion, it is always a good idea to have this information on the purchase requisition, the suggested supplier and the suggested price. And if this is a capital expenditure requisition, then the budget reference or the budget value should be available on the requisition along with the finance approval. It is a very important and vital document. It sets tone to the whole purchasing process. So due importance needs to be given in organization to this step. This concludes our look into need recognition. I thank you all to listening in. And if you have any questions related to this episode, please leave your questions in the comments below and I will answer them. Thank you.